What's that? A camera?
The latest model. It's called video surveillance.
I've heard about that. The images are recorded and can be viewed again later.
That's right. Images from all 3 cameras are recorded in the guard room.
Wow.
As I've said, we've spared no effort and no expense.
How is the display case protected?
It's made of bulletproof glass that's several centimeters thick. You'd need heavy machinery to open it. But even the smallest disturbance of the display case will set off the...
What's in the other display cases?
Other valuable originals. The eyes of the Sphinx would have been the highlights of our exhibition. Now that we only have one left, it doesn't really outshine the other valuables anymore. This room is full of world-class treasures.
Many people picture a stone coffin when they hear the word sarcophagus, but this one is wooden. As usual, an ornamental representation of the deceased is painted on the outside in gold and other colors. Doesn't look half bad. Is the display case anchored to the floor?
Why do you ask?
The Raven once stole a whole display case in St. Petersburg instead of just taking the jewels out of it.
Such an attempt would fail here. The display case is bolted to the floor and weighs several hundred kilograms.
This here, the gate, How does it work?
If the alarm is set off, the metal gate descends. The same thing happens at the windows and the main entrance. The thief is trapped like a rat.
As are we.
Next, I'll show you our guard room, the heart of the whole security system. And after that, I'll have to excuse myself.
Alert the guards. Then call the French embassy. Legrand needs to come. We're being locked out. Here, have a seat and try to calm down. Director Mokhtar? Director, how can I open the metal gate?
He shouldn't have done that.
Director!
All the artifacts in the treasure chamber. He destroyed them.
And I will bring him... He's pale and shaking. Perhaps I'll get something out of him in a couple of... Constable Oliver!
Don't move!
Put the pistol away.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Robert, be sensible.
Shut it!
Is he dead?
Just unconscious. Perhaps he can tell us who knocked him out.
Excellent.
Don't act all innocent. It was you.
I was in the treasure chamber with the director. You, on the other hand, had every opportunity to take the guard out.
I found him unconscious. I wanted to open the gates.
And make it easier for the Raven to escape?
That does it. On the floor. Hands behind your head.
We have to open the treasure chamber's gate. I suspect there's a secret entrance.
No. We should open the main entrance and call for help.
Robert, think. The Raven is inside the museum, and so are we. We could catch him, but we have to give... The two of us can finish it here and now.
You just want to confuse me.
Robert, I don't think you knocked this man out.
That doesn't mean you aren't...
So we can suspect, or we can bring him to justice right here.
No, okay. But just get this straight. I don't trust you. I'll keep an eye on you, and if you try to get away...
Understood. Why aren't you in the embassy with Inspector Legrand talking to the press?
What are you talking about? Legrand refused to do it.
What?
He told the ambassador that he'd rather walk through the desert for 40 years than give interviews for 40 minutes.
I'll try to open the gate to the treasure chamber now. I'd appreciate it if you'd refrain from accidentally shooting me.
No tricks, Zellner. And if we don't find any...
Of course. A monitor. probably... There are 5 buttons down here, 3 of them labeled. Camera 1, Camera 2, Camera 3. This should be the one in the treasure chamber. As I expected, it didn't survive the explosion.
What are you doing?
I was looking for this. Locked. Blueprints for the mute. This should be the gate for the treasure chamber. That's it. There's nothing more I could... Maybe someone stirred something into the coffee and poisoned him with it, but the bump on the back of his head would indicate otherwise. Dead. We can't call for help. The line's dead. If not, or if it was also disconnected, I guess... I think he's okay. Constable Oliver can't honestly think that I'm the Raven. He must realize that I never had a chance to set a bomb. Although he may think that I could be an accomplice. As could he. We can't call for help. If not, I get...
Where do you think you're going?
I'm searching for a way into the
I'll give you 5 minutes. Then we'll follow my plan. Open the main entrance and call for backup.
Let's hope for both our sakes that I find a way into the treasure chamber before then. I don't want to be responsible for the escape of the Raven. Do you have any idea how we can open the gate?
We've got to open the main gate and call for backup.
No. You gave me 5 minutes and my time isn't up yet. Director Mokhtar, I can't open the gate. Is there another way into the treasure chamber?
No. Only one way. Only one.
This security gate is also closed. Once the alarm went up, exclusive and hopefully the visitors will be satisfied with a single eye. Otherwise, all this effort will be for nothing. Unfortunately, now it's just the eye of the Sphinx. But it's a bit too late to change it. The director won't help me. The clock is ticking. Sooner or later, the constable... All right. How do I... Fantastic. That's me, with the director. Now it's getting exciting. What on earth? Someone must have turned the camera off. Or... no, it's still recording, but something's covering the lens. There. That was the explosion. Interesting. We can't call for if I get... I had a look at the video recordings.
Yeah? And?
And? The treasures?
Shortly after we left the room, the video recordings stopped.
Oh, they're useless.
Not at all. The video recordings are very interesting.
Why is it interesting?
Someone was in the treasure chamber, and they disabled the camera.
And?
And, just a few minutes later, the alarm went off and everything blew up. The burglar hardly had time to prepare a targeted explosion, right? One more reason to go and see what happened in the treasure chamber. The clock is ticking. The director won't help me. locked. It fits. Constable? It's moving. No, not quite there yet. If you would be so kind. No, that won't work.
I could have told you that.
We were almost able to open the gate with a lever, but not all. We were almost, but not. The explosion was, but maybe. The explosion wasn't strong enough, but maybe it's a bit warped. We were almost, but not. The explosion, but. director won't help me. The lances look sturdy, but they also seem to be firmly connected to the figures. Maybe I can break them off. On the other hand, there's been enough destruction today. The explosion, but the explosion, but maybe the explode, but we were almost able to open the gate with a lever, but not all the way. I'll leave the gate closed. That might help. All right. It has to work. Constable Oliver, could you lend me a hand? On three. 1, 2, 3! Director Mokhtar, hurry! Put something under the gate!
Huh?
Director!
No luck.
It won't open any further.
Put it down, quick! That'll hold it.
I wouldn't bet on it. We should hurry.
And inform Inspector Legrand.
First, I'll get an overview of the situation.
You don't think I'm going to leave you all alone with a jewel, do you?
I doubt that the jewel is still in the treasure chamber.
But how?
I'll be watching you.
Then you'll have to come with me.
If you haven't heard anything from me in 5 minutes, me, not Constable Zellner, then open the entrance and call for help. Understood?
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa, indeed. Let's hope that at least some of the artifacts withstood the explosion. I suppose the camera was hit. I think it's a normal rope with a velvet cover. A metallic quick-release fastener connects the cord to the... Why didn't he just... reckless ignorant? Give me some light. The cord is too short. It'd be no better. The cord is too short. The clasps aren't really made for heavy weights, but I think they're strong. Not the best.
You don't want to go down there, do you?
That's how the eye left the...
Oh, no. No, we've seen enough. The Raven is gone. We need to get Legrand. Great. You happy now?
You could say that. Will you give me some light? What do you think about this? You can say that. Would you give me your flashlight?
You can't seriously expect me to say yes.
No. So at least give me a bit of light. This explosion.
You can say...
He did. Still, he's vain and wants as much. True enough. It seems like the question... He didn't disable the alarm. Maybe the phone lines.
Someone will notice the metal shutters on the windows.
Sooner or later, sure. Until they do, we have time to solve the case. I let myself down into the hole with the rope.
You can't be serious.
This isn't a matter for discussion. I'm going down there. You can join me or stay here.
But you don't know what or who is down there.
That's why I want to go down there. Besides, maybe I'll find an escape route for us.
All right then. Should I hold the rope?
Okay then. So what do we do now? Yes, thanks. I'm down. Give me some light, Robert. Shine the light over there, please. Interesting. Documents, maps, letters, all of them at least 20. I wonder how he must... What's that?
Hey, don't go too far away.
Come down and stop me, or stay there and give me some light. Interesting. Some kind of wooden hatch. There are two hinges on this side. There's a kind of metal hook holding the hatch closed. I'm the talking statue. I really like to teach bad words to the little boys. At least that riddle is solved now. Peepholes. And I suspect... The Raven couldn't have gone this way. We'd have seen him and he couldn't have closed the bolt from outside. There must be another entrance.
Why is it suddenly so bright down there?
I found the light switch.
Zelma, is that you?
It is I, the Raven.
Did you find an exit?
No, I'm still looking. The basement is quite large.
Okay, don't go...
Shine the light over there, please. A map of Cairo. It's covered with hundreds of small holes, and there are some pins on the floor. There's a date in the corner. 1940. There are cracks in the wall and scarf marks on the floor.
A secret door?
And probably the Raven's escape route.
Can you open it?
There are several panels and kind of a handle. But I can't turn or pull or something's written here. But it's hurry down with the light.
No, the Raven is trapped. We should call Legrand.
I need the lamp right now.
I don't know.
You're a coward, Robert.
Oh, am I? Who climbed into the burning engine in the tunnel and got it moving?
And who saved the little boy?
Yes, you're there.
I didn't mean it like that. Robert, this is our moment. Time to show them all. When the others arrive, they'll see that we didn't just dare to enter the basement. No. How do you think that was? Constable Oliver and Constable Zip.
Oh, that would be great, but...
Oh. For the last time, I need the lamp, Robert. I need it now.
Let's wait for Legrand.
I order you to hand me the flashlight immediately.
You can't order me to do it.
Do you think the Raven is waiting for us? If we don't catch him now...
It's been a few minutes since the explosion. He's probably over the hills and far...
Come on, Robert. Small...
Or dead.
Robert, I'll be careful.
We're lucky we're still alive.
Oh. For the last time, I need the lamp, Robert. I need it now.
Let's wait for Legrand. The Raven is trapped and the inspector should be here any moment.
Do you think this door leads to a dead end? With every minute we hesitate, the Raven's trail is getting colder.
But we should take it one step at a time. We're alone and the Raven is dangerous.
What would Nicholas Legrand do in this situation? Would he wait for backup and twiddle his thumbs, or would he act?
Oh, blast.
We can't rely on you and I.
I might have believed you. He's too smart for us.
Should we just...
Okay, here's what we do. I'll hand you the lamp and you open the door. Then we guard the door and...
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Right. Catch, but hurry. I don't...
That's better. That is interesting. 4 discs. If it was just... but I'm lost when it comes to Arabic. I'll write them down. It could be a hint about how to open the door. Constable Oliver has his heart in the right place. Everything okay, Robert? Or did the mummies get you already?
What are you doing here? You are just...
I found another exit.
The Eye?
God. The Raven blasted a hole in the floor of the treasure chamber. There's a hidden basement beneath it.
And the other treasures?
It doesn't look good.
Oh no.
Director Mokhtar?
Isn't it about time to open the gates?
I don't believe that the police have arrived yet. We can't risk giving the Raven a means of escape.
That monster is surely long gone by now.
Perhaps not. I have a lead.
Do your best. As soon as the police have surrounded the building, I'll open the gates.
Very well, Director. I found this Arabic writing. What does it mean?
It says, the sons of Horus.
And that means?
Is this really the time to discuss history?
It's important.
The sons of Horus played an important part in the burial ritual. 4 sons, 4 canopic jars, vessels in which the liver, lungs, stomach, and intestines of the body were stored.
Are the 4 connected to symbols?
A man, baboon, jackal, and falcon. Look downstairs in the main hall.
Sons of Horus, vessels and intestines. Got it. The basement below the treasure chamber. Did you know about it?
I had no idea.
There are maps and drawings from the Second World War in the room. Why?
Well, it may have had something to do with the resistance.
Resistance?
Egypt was occupied by the British. There was a movement for independence.
The Egyptians collaborated with the Nazis?
No, but the enemy of my enemy.
So, the rebels reported information to the Nazis, and for that they needed secret command posts.
Yeah.
Hidden rooms, secret base, mystical...
Many great buildings have...
And today we're going to write a new chapter. It's going to be okay.
Where is...
He's guarding the treasure chamber. If you count on the constable, you're backing the wrong horse.
He's Legrand's man.
Did you ever think about the fact that he's the only one who was present at both burglaries?
Oh,
I'd better... Sarcophagus from the Old Kingdom. Unknown ruler. Here we go. On the front, you can see the tutelary deities Amset and Hapi. At a later date, it became traditional to show all four sons of Horus on all four sides of the sarcophagus. Each son signified a cardinal direction: Hapi, the north; Amset, the south; Quebecsenuef, the west; and Duamutef, the east. There are actually two of the four sons of Horus on the front side of the sarcophagus, a man and a monkey. Each son of Horus is associated. Hapi is the north, must be the canopic jars the director was talking about. One jar for each of the four sons of Horus. Hapi, lungs. Quebecsenuef, intestines. The sign says Amset, liver. Here we have Duamutef, stomach. Quebecsenuef, I have to hurry. The gates will open sooner or later. There we go. He's up there, Robert. I know that.
That may be. Go into the guard room and open the gates.
Tell the director.
Zellner, don't do it. It's too dangerous.
You can't stop me. Not anymore. "200 steps at least. And a ladder. I'm too old for this." The chair is handcuffs. The Raven, if I'm not mistaken. Why don't you step in? Inspector Legrand.
Legrand. Wouldn't it be easy if I could lay it all on his shoulders? Wrong, Constable Zellner.
Mr. Inch?
It is astonishing how far you've come. I thought young Legrand would be my most dangerous opponent, but it seems I should have had more respect for age.
Why did you steal the second eye here, and not while it was in transit?
The eye was in the bank in Zurich for a long time, impossible to get at. Then the safe on the ship in Legrand's cabin, too complicated. I heard about the secret basement and found out how the security system worked. I would have preferred to save my performance for the gala this evening, but, well, events demanded a change of schedule, not least because of you, my nosy friend.
And the bomb on the train? Did you want to kill us all?
I knew that Legrand would be hot on my heels after the heist in London. He's a dangerous man, Mr. Zellner. He almost caught me once.
Is that a reason to resort to murder?
It wasn't my only reason. An eye for an eye, Constable Zellner.
What about the murder of the Baroness? Was that also your doing?
The death of the Baroness was never part of the plan. Dr. Gebhardt had a score to settle with her and got in my way.
You didn't care about the key to the safe?
I never wanted to steal the eye out of the safe. I always intended to strike here, in the museum.
What about Gebhardt's confession?
A nice idea, don't you think? It keeps the inspector out of my hair, for a few more hours at least, until everything collapses like a house of cards.
How did you do it? How did you plant the message on the safe in the train? How did you know that Gebhardt killed the Baroness? And the demolition charge below the treasure chamber? How did you manage it all? Even if your arm isn't lame.
Oh, it is, believe me. I needed help, it's true. A messenger boy to replace my arms and legs.
A messenger boy?
Ah, Adil. This could be interesting. He's quite talented, but unreliable. He has a mind of his own plans. Don't you, Adil?
I never wanted blood to be shed, but it's time to make an exception.
He only forgot one thing. I keep things firmly in hand. Always. End of story.
I told you not to get off. What if the train had gone without you?
So, you're taking a job as a ship's doctor.
I am excited but nervous too. I'm not exactly a champion swimmer.
If you wind up in the water on board a ship, something's gone terribly wrong.
What was all that in the museum?
That didn't quite go according to plan, did it? And I hate it when things don't go according to plan.
You nearly killed them!
You let them catch you!
It wasn't my fault! Scotland Yard was there!
If I thought it was your fault, you'd already be bobbing in the River Thames with a bullet in your head. Someone tipped them off. I don't know who, but I'm going to find out. Where is the jewel? Ah, marvelous. But it's just half the set, and stealing the second eye will be more difficult than I'd anticipated.
Hasn't the Baroness grown suspicious?
She's wrapped up in a veil of alcohol, arrogance, and disinterest. Only flattery, gossip, and Belgian chocolate can penetrate it.
Ideal conditions.
I'll be glad to be rid of that old hag. She's my ticket to the most important museums in Europe. But these have been the longest 6 months.
How are the injured guards?
How the devil? You did what? Save your bacon?
I'd have made it out on my own.
Oh, yes, the poor security guard. It really wasn't necessary. I'm such a naughty boy.
I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
Oh, please, please, don't be angry with me. I won't do it again.
And what do we do now? Why are we meeting here and not in Venice like we planned?
London drew more attention than planned. They put Legrand on the case.
Nicholas Legrand?
He's searching the... On the contrary, I gave him...
A tip?
I told...
I don't know. We have the first eye, and we only just...
Tell me you're not suggesting that we should be satisfied with that. One eye alone is nothing more than an expensive bauble. But both eyes together are a legend. My greatest triumph.
Shouldn't I put the eye somewhere for safekeeping? Just in case Legrand searches our things.
I'll hide the jewel in the Baroness's luggage. I already know where. Legrand won't dare search her belongings, and even then he'll never be able to open the secret compartment.
And what do we do now?
Of course, because I'm an idiot. Our best bet is still Cairo. Everything is prepared. Mr. X will provide us with everything we need. As planned, I'll go to Venice together with the Baroness and board the ship there. You'll do the same, but as surreptitiously as possible.
All right.
And under no circumstances can anyone be permitted to discover our relationship. Understood?
And the rest of the plan is as before?
We just have to get on board the ship.
Then I'll get in the car and we'll meet in Venice.
No, Legrand necessitates a change of plan. You'll go by train. I'll cause a... You won't believe...
And Legrand?
You take care of...
And that I don't get caught. What's the purpose of the letter?
That's not your concern.
I'd just like to know whether I'm risking my life for some game of yours, or whether it's worth it.
Any one of my games would be worth your life. You just do what I tell you. Stick the letter on the door of the safe or leave it on top of it. I don't care. But the letter has to be there as soon as Legrand shows up after the blackout to make sure everything is in order. Understood?
Yes.
What?
Yes, understood. Okay, so we'll see each other in Venice.
And not sooner. Here, take your travel documents. We may not have an opportunity to meet in Venice.
Okay, fine. That's the first change of plans so far. Whatever. Looks like I'll be going to Venice by train. Burglary in British Museum, 1 casualty, £5,000 damage, culprit. I'd have escaped anyway, but Inch just couldn't resist playing. There probably isn't a single newspaper between Moscow and Madrid that's not reporting on. I'm fit. A leather bag like the ones used by country doctors for carrying their equipment. They won't let me ride along in the freight car, not even if I ask nicely. Some of the passengers got off the train to stretch their legs, but this man started his journey right here in Zurich. He waited a good 10 minutes for the train and began to get impatient. Sometimes you can find useful things in a waste bin, but this one seems to have been emptied recently. Clothes maketh the man. Put a uniform on a short, old, rather chubby little man, and they'll show him all due respect, even if he's only a constable. The uniform alone gives him power, and that counts for a lot in this part of the world. This is the saloon car, fully furnished with a bar and all the niceties. The ladies and gentlemen would have a fit if I just waltzed in there wearing these clothes. The crate must have... If I swiped the bag, it'd cause confusion while people look for it, and I might be able to sneak onto the... The only problem is, I can't take the bag with me. Not a chance. The doctor could easily spot me. He'd sound the alarm, and then we... If I... The only... The only... Perfect. It looks like a normal crate. It's now or never.
Hey, you! Scram!
Yes, sir. Let the games begin.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Can't you see that I am talking to the constable?
The train is leaving in a few minutes, sir. I have to ask you to board it now.
We should get on. Perhaps we'll be able to continue our conversation during the trip.
I won't stand in the way. Oh, where's my bag?
You left it right there.
I know that. I want to know where it is now.
I don't know. I'll look for it right away. If you gentlemen would get on the train in the meantime...
I will hold you and your employers liable for this.
I'm sure he'll find... Come on, Doc.
Fine.
I can't board the train like this. I'd stick... A handy Swiss arm... The conductor doesn't really seem to know where to search for the lost bag. You seem to be searching for something. Can I help?
Go away. There's no money to be earned here.
That's not what I mean. I just thought, if you're looking for a brown bag...
Why? Did you steal one?
If that were true, I wouldn't be offering to help you. I saw a little blonde boy take the bag. He ran off with it, over there.
Really? Thanks.
Isn't that the bag?
Where?
Nothing personal. No! Oh, man!
You'll get in touch if you notice anything unusual, won't you, Professor?
Of course, Cousin. What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The door. I can't open it.
Let me have a look. The compartment's locked.
Damn, I can't let the professor see me. I shadowed him for days in London. He might recognize me.
Calm down, Professor. I'll see what I can do.
You don't understand. I have to get back in my compartment.
All right, let's wait here.
My God, I barely look like myself. The sink, the sink. No. Professor Lucien hasn't slept a single night in the cabin yet. The top. If I... Then I'd have a sort of rope. It was the only window that... And now... The window to the right should be the Baroness's cabin, and the one on the left is the saloon car. The roof could be my escape route. This is the saloon. That's the Baroness's cabin. Inch is probably with her. If I stand up, my head is level with the roof, but the roof is too slanted and smooth to climb. There must be someone in the saloon. They'd see me if I climbed. I wouldn't mind jumping through the window and giving them both the surprise of a lifetime, but then the Baroness would freak out, and Inch would be forced to report the event to the police. Those are... Professor Lucy, I don't think that the suitcase or the bag contain anything. I'm not as good as the... He's had... Whatever. He doesn't give up easily. Those are air ducts. I only have a few seconds before the door opens and Professor Lucien comes back into his cabin. I'd better not be here when he does. Those are air... Those are air... Those are air ducts or something. Professor Lucien, that means I need... It was the only... And now, it might be...